How many times have you questioned what you're believing, why you're believing, and how you're believing it? And have you sat down and wondered that is this how I'm thinking? And is it making me better or is it making me bad? Or am I being benefited by thinking this way? Or which thing or incident has led me to believe something and which has made me this way? This coherently tells you that are you awake or not. And now, what does being awake mean? Does it mean that you are better than everyone else? Does it mean that you are just something different? No. Being awake means you are awake of your decisions. You are awake of whatever is happening on your mind. You don't want to settle for anything less than until and unless you can't figure it out or understand. Let's dive deep into this topic and understand what we are trying to discover and do here. So, as we've studied what it means and why do you need to be awake. Now, why the majority are sleeping and are not awake? See, the majority are lazy. They couldn't care less about what they are believing, why they are believing, and how they are believing it. How many times have you yourself asked your question that I am believing this? What is the reason behind this? Has someone told me? Has a society told me about this? Or have I just picked it up from somewhere? We are very easy at believing things without not understanding why we believe it or how we believe it. You have to sit down and break down about why are you thinking this way and is it helping you or not. And most people don't do that. And when you don't do that, you become complacent. And when you become complacent, you become lazy. And when you become lazy, you don't want to do what you have to do. And when you don't do what you have to do, you end up being miserable. So basically, you not being awake is making you miserable if you think about it in a deep way. Now, we have to think about it in a different way also. Now, you're awake and what to do, or if you're not awake and what to do. Now, how? Now, the problem with people who are not awake is they always fall into this loop of predictability. Now, what does that mean? Now, let us assume if you're smart enough to understand that this is how you're thinking, and because you're thinking this way every single day, you're going to do what you're again doing every single day. And if you do again what you're doing every single day, you're going to be at the place where you have to stay every single time. So that loop is being continued. You're doing again and again what you're supposed to do every single day, and you're not breaking out of the loop because you are not ready to face the truth that what you're believing is wrong. The moment you face the truth that whatever you're believing is wrong, you can get out of the loop and do whatever you're supposed to do. But it is very hard to do that because people don't want to face the truth. So how to face the truth now? You sit down and you write whatever you are doing every single day, and you ask yourself every single time in detail, why am I doing this? Is it helpful for me? Is it benefiting me? Is it making me better? Ask these questions and see that how much your life can improve. Now, what is sign of mental death and what does society play a role in that? See, the society rewards people who follow out orders rather than the people who think out creatively. The school rewards you for carrying out your homework and doing it properly, but rather not thinking out of the box. Anywhere in the office, in the school, or anywhere, you're always rewarded for doing what you're being told to do rather than what you're supposed to do. Look, there are cases where it might be different, but majority of the people are used to becoming lazy. And when you're becoming lazy, when someone is telling you to do something, it is easier for you to do that rather break through that and think and do something which is actually needed and which you enjoy doing. That is very hard for some person who has been doing what everyone has been telling him for their entire life. Now you're born, you go into school and you're being conditioned that you have to listen to these things this way, and you're used to that. Then you go to college, then you go to a job, then that is what is happening again and again. So there is no chance of you thinking about yourself and becoming awake until unless you sit down and you want to actually think that, okay, am I doing this? Is this correct or wrong? Or should I make it better? Or what should I do? So you get what I'm trying to say, right? You have to break out of it by yourself. You have to sit down, and it is your responsibility to sit down and own it to yourself and tell that this is what you're doing and why you're doing and how you're doing it. Now, what can you do to change it? And what is achieving the contrast? Now, both are the same. Now, what does it mean? What can you do to change it? It is not easy, it is not very fast, it is going to take some time. For starters, just sit down and write down all your core beliefs in a paper and then start breaking it down. Make a step by step process. Now, let us assume I think that I am better than everyone. Now, if you have to be better than everyone, you need to have conclusive proof about why you are being better than everyone. And see, I am better than everyone is a viable example. But if you take this, you should have conclusive proof that you beat everyone in every single thing. So you can tell people that I am better than everyone. You can see this proof and understand why you are better than everyone. So like that, any belief you are taking, for example, that I am confident. Now you can say that you are confident by telling that you can do certain things which other people cannot, who don't have as much confidence as you, and that is a sign that you have more confidence than a normal average person has, and you can tell that you are confident. So start questioning whatever you believe, and then do it again and again. And once you do that, you will get to know how to change. There are some videos which are the similar topic, and you could refer them. I'll put the link in the description, and also I'll share the notes. Thank you for watching.